For over 4 decades, U.S.-Iran tensions have defined the Middle East strategic chessboard. From crippling sanctions and nuclear standoffs to proxy battles and naval brinkmanship, this rivalry keeps resurfacing with one explosive question. What if the United States launched a full-scale ground invasion of Iran? Many picture U.S. airpower overwhelming everything, but Iran offers a battlefield that is ready to humble even the world's top military. The first challenge is the terrain. Iran dwarfs Iraq or Afghanistan, sprawling across more than 1.6 million square kilometers of jagged mountains, scorching deserts, and unforgiving highlands. The Zagros and Alborz ranges form natural defensive walls, funneling invading forces into narrow valleys and steep ridgelines that are ideal for ambushes and defensive warfare. On top of that comes infrastructure. Iran has built a web of highways, tunnels, and hardened facilities designed to keep its forces mobile and survivable under air attack, with many key assets concealed in fortified underground bases. But geography is their masterpiece. For decades, Tehran has been preparing specifically to face a technologically superior adversary like the United States. Instead of relying purely on conventional strength, its strategy leans heavily on asymmetric warfare, using missiles, drones, naval swarms, cyber operations, and proxy forces to offset U.S. advantages. We already see pieces of that playbook in action today. In early 2026, Iran and its aligned militias launched waves of drones and missiles at U.S. and coalition positions in Iraq and across the region, targeting bases near Erbil and Baghdad as part of their retaliation campaign. These attacks show how Iran is threatening the U.S. forces. Iran's arsenal of ballistic and cruise missiles has struck U.S. bases and allied infrastructure across the Middle East, as demonstrated in previous missile strikes on the Al-Azad base in Iraq. Its rapidly expanding drone fleet offers low-cost, precise strike capabilities, which we've seen in recent attacks on U.S. and NATO-linked facilities. At sea, the Iranian Navy leans on fast attack boats, sea mines, and anti-ship missiles aimed at harassing or damaging larger warships in confined waters. This becomes especially critical in one place, the Strait of Hormuz. The Strait of Hormuz has become one of the world's most strategic choke points, handling over a quarter of global seaborne oil trade, about 26.6% of shipments. Its closure by Iran has already sent shockwaves through global energy markets, driving up prices and disrupting supply chains worldwide. Urban warfare would pose another major challenge for boots-on-the-ground invasion. Iran's key cities, Tehran, Mashhad, Isfahan, Shiraz, are vast, dense urban environments with millions of residents. History shows that dense cities favor defenders, slow down invading forces, and sharply increase the risk of civilian casualties, which can rapidly erode international support for any large-scale ground campaign. Beyond Iran's borders lies a wider regional battlefield. Tehran has built a network of allied groups and proxies stretching from Lebanon to Iraq and Yemen. In a major war, these partners are opening multiple fronts against U.S. forces and interests, from missile and drone attacks on bases in Iraq to strikes on shipping and infrastructure around the Gulf and Red Sea. The result, U.S. resources are being stretched across an entire region instead of every single country. Then there is the cyber domain. Iran-linked actors have repeatedly been accused of cyber operations against governments and critical infrastructure, and 2026 has already seen an escalation in Iran-related cyber activity following large-scale U.S.-Israeli strikes. Cyber attacks disrupt communications, financial systems, or elements of power and infrastructure far away from any physical front line. History across the Middle East offers a clear warning. From Iraq to Afghanistan, U.S. and allied interventions have often turned out to be far more complex and drawn out than initially planned, as political resistance, national identity, and asymmetric tactics drag conflicts on for years. The war in Iran is likely to bundle all of these challenges together: difficult geography, asymmetric warfare, regional escalation, urban combat, and global economic disruption. The United States has overwhelming advantages in technology, logistics, and air power. But any ground campaign in Iran is extraordinarily complex, high-risk, and unpredictable. Thanks to BBC, Unit 42. Palo Alto Networks, and Al Jazeera, as they are the consulted sources. And finally, all we have seen raises the central strategic question. Would a conflict in Iran become one of the most difficult wars the United States has ever faced? Let us know what you think in the comments. For deeper geopolitical analysis, subscribe to understand the forces that shape nations and the capital that follows them.
Your support keeps Timeless Hub growing. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Your